When you can access a man that's taking you left, right, and center and paying for everything and taking you first class, then tell me what you would do in that situation. It's very easy to judge circumstances that you can't access, but when you can access it, then you can form a more informed judgment. So I think the people that judge it can't access it, so they don't even know what that life looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I think they judge.
But it's like, for me, in some cases, it's kind of like an open marriage, no? Or is
Well,
it?
I always say that high value men are more likely to be cheated on back. They just don't realize it.
Really?
Absolutely. I always say rich men are the most likely to be cheated on, especially in Dubai.
Why?
Because the women they choose.
What?
The women, when you're a broke man, you're limited in terms of the women you can access.
Yeah.
You can only access the limited range of women. So you're only going to access a simple kind of woman because you're a simple man. That simple woman doesn't have many options. So you're both optionless and you're both good to go. You've got a connection, you're good to go. Now, if you are a high value man, let's say, for example, you're a George Clooney, you can access whoever you want in the world, right? Whoever you want. So you could choose a Kim. If you're Kanye, you can choose a Kim. Do you think Kanye is the only rich man she knows?
No.
So what happens is, as a man becomes more successful, his criteria and selection of women becomes more provocative, promiscuous. It's usually the dream girl. That dream girl knows 10 of you. But if you choose that, simple girl that works in Starbucks, of course she's going to be loyal to you. But what high value man chooses that? He chooses the sexiest girl on screen.
I feel bad for men now. Like, I feel like
Don't feel bad for them because they choose this life. Feel for them
It's
because
quite
it's a
hard.
really poor deal. Because what happens is they're the ones doing everything.
Yeah.
Both are cheating, but she's doing it on your watch and she's doing it with your credit card. So he's getting a way worse deal. But I always say it's your selection process. Who tells you to date these kind of women that had a billionaire in the past, has had all this work done? You think she got that for free? It's your you have to look at your selection process. As you get more successful, you choose more promiscuous. What do you expect?
Maybe faithfulness is something that we should not even consider anymore in the relationships of this modern age. This is crazy. Now, it is not because of what has been said in this video about high value men getting cheated on the most. That's not what shocks me. What is to be of concern, or what is to be noted, is that you cannot really tell somebody or control somebody's actions. We are in a day and age where there's contraceptives to prevent whatever type of thing. Okay, not whatever type of thing. Some unforeseen futures that you don't want. And no matter the restrictions that you choose to put on somebody, whether that be your spouse, whether that be your child, whether that be your friends, you cannot stop them from doing what they really, really want to do. Now, everybody wants to have everything, but unfortunately, that's not how the world works. You're going to have to give up in some area because nobody's perfect. And if you want perfect, then date yourself, because even you yourself, you are not perfect. Now, in this video, it's not that I don't believe that high value men get cheated on the most. I just believe that high value men are just the same as every other person. The difference between high value men and other men in this context is when it comes to their finances and their abundance, when it comes to their material possession. But if somebody is going to cheat on you, it does not matter whether you're rich, it doesn't matter whether you are poor, it doesn't matter whether you are Christian, Muslim. If somebody wants to cheat, or if somebody wants to do something, and that thing is considered to be doable, it is going to be done, and there will be various opportunities to get that stuff done. And some people will rather live in a lie as long as they don't get hurt than to face the uncomfortable truth about the situation that they're in. If men that do have a lot of money find out that their wife or their partner is cheating on them after they expected a certain type of loyalty, then of course it would affect the imbalance of the relationship. And at the same time, those women don't want the man to know, because they are having a certain type of lifestyle that is common with the money or the finances that they are getting. Now, do I personally feel bad if somebody gets cheated on? It's not really my business. It's not my life. They chose that person. And sometimes some people really do try their best to pick the right partner, and sometimes the partner still does what is necessary. I need to tell y'all something. Y'all need to subscribe. I know you're watching this video. Subscribe, please. I appreciate it. I know you're laughing, but thank you for watching so far. But subscribe. It won't take you a second. Just subscribe. All right, let's continue and break that person's heart. But it's all a risk that we all choose to take. That's why I generally advise for people to be very, very meticulous and very picky when it comes to choosing who they want to spend the rest of their life with, especially when they want to live in a monogamous relationship, because there is less room for error in a type of relationship like that. I also like what she said here. She said that you should pick what you need and not what you want. Now, how does one figure out what they need from a partner instead of what they want? I think that yes, looks matter, everything matters, just to a different degree. I think what you want comes from your body, but what you need comes from your heart. If you can merge the two and get the best balance between both sides, I think that is a great start to finding or looking for somebody that you want to share the rest of your life with. If you're not at that point and you want to still live your life, that's up to you. But just remember that every single thing you do today affects your future. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. Everything that you do today will affect your future in some way. Now, you may not know how it will affect your future when your future comes, but it is something that doesn't change. Your past affected the present, and your present is going to affect your future. That's the life that we have come to see. Now, with all those people that are having the lifestyle that they want and still not being able to find happiness and joy in their relationship, I think that whether or not they were rich or poor, this was forever going to be their situation. Someone doesn't just wake up and say, okay, I've had a change of heart, this is how I'm going to act from today. Even before they had money or before they had access to a certain lifestyle, that aspect of themselves has always been there. It may not have been acknowledged or it may not have been known, but if you always wanted to do something, having money now gives you the access to do such a thing. If someone says they are humble, I'm sorry, you've not been tested by life to know whether you're humble. Humility comes when you have power to do things and still you choose to subject yourself to rules that are below you, and that is how one really knows that you're humble. So right now, for me, I'm not really talking. We'll see what life does or what life throws at me, and we see how we can handle it from there. So pick who you want carefully, because who you pick can determine the outcome of your own life. Whatever happens, good or bad, at least live with the mindset that you're trying your best to make the best outcome for your own life, so you will never have any regrets. It's a terrible world we live in. Thank you so much for checking out my channel, guys. I know that you were entertained. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, and make sure you turn on your post notification, because we're going to be dropping every single week. It's Daz. Take life easy.